Well, we're live. That's it. You're on. We're in.
Oh, I'm eating online.
It's a go because that's how we roll. Perfect. Hello, welcome all to another episode of Canucks with Guitars. I'm your host, Ben, and I got my brother from another mother, boom, Bent Tom, co-hosting. So, what's going on? Well, it hasn't been that long since we've last hung out. Some of us were on the video call till 2 a.m. this morning. So
That's what saying. I heard. The family call. You guys did a family one after, right?
Yes. So, yes. Cool. I forgot to text Terry. I texted you. Apologize to Terry because we kind of kicked you, Tom, and Terry off the call afterwards. But
no problem whatsoever, man. I get it. You need family time for sure. So I'm glad you guys were able to do that.
And the funny thing is, what we were talking is like we're gonna start probably doing that on a monthly basis, like not on air, but just an offline.
Yeah. Now that was your cousin, right? That was your, and I guess it's you, Doug, and Amanda's cousin. Is that right? All three of you, or just you? Okay. Yes. I didn't know which side of the family, so
yeah. So
she was really nice. That's the first time I met her, but yeah.
Doug and Kelly always joke they're twin cousins because Kelly's mom and Doug's dad were twins.
Oh, no way. That's awesome. Yeah, it's twin cousins. We used to call it that too.
Yeah. So let's see. Who do we have in the chat? We have Music Therapy Laz, our Hungarian homie.
What's up, Laz?
We've got Rob212, Ryan X, Martin Lemaire, Randy Crooks. Speaking of Terry, Terry's 3Gs, Absolute Mayhem, Roy Batty, BC Rich 581, Kunar, the Albanian assassin on his guitar. Dan of New Jersey. Wow. How did I just... Yeah, that's it. Unbelievable. We have Six String Stanger in the house. Martin is here. Late night for Martin. Late night for Ryan. Late night for a few people. That happens. Thomas Santiago. Music Therapy Last. No, we mentioned last. Who did I want to make... I skipped somebody there. Was it Brian Landreth? Yes, Brian Landreth. I think. I don't know. I skipped ahead. And then Han 36 solo. Awesome. Benny and the Bents. I like it. Nice. Grumpy Mike guitar. Young Mr. Radford. Cool Tunes Made Easy. Keith H. All right. Yeah, we got 27 folks in here.
Unbelievable. I think you already got that one, but I just love it.
Doug says, hey, I didn't get the link. Doug, like I believe, is still recovering from last night. Yeah.
He's still on the DL, right?
Yeah, we were texting mid-afternoon, and he's like, oh, I'm still feeling rough. I'm like, yeah, I know, dude. Same here. Jason Hobbs is here. Awesome.
Hey, Jason Hobbs, that was a great video, Jason. He just put out a video. He did a video on his Shure Alt T. It's like the humbucker Telly, sir.
Right.
Great sounding guitar. Or he made it sound great either way.
Well, he knows a lick or two, I've noticed.
Yeah,
he knows a lick or two.
Yeah.
Awesome.
A lick or 200, right?
Yeah. I know 3. I just move them up.
Good for 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's it.
I just reuse
Love the background. Thank you. Yes, the modified Canucks logo. But I kept it. Why not? Because, sure. Let's see. So we did do the welcome. We did the shout outs. That's right. I see the Frankie vid. I thought that was the video Jason previously put out, but it's a new one. Okay. See, I'm in recovery mode. I saw it and I didn't read, probably it said like 2 hours ago. And
yeah, it came up on my thing and I wanted to watch it, but then I had to go grocery shopping and take my son to jiu-jitsu. So I'll watch it like either later tonight or tomorrow, but it looked cool.
There we are.
I want to check that out for sure. There's Doug. All I did was click go.
Speaking of which, Dad told me today he watched approximately the first hour and a half of last night.
Oh, cool.
Show. Yes.
Very cool.
I asked him, so how'd you like the opening? And he went, that was good.
It's cool.
So there you go, Doug. You got the Dave Coombs seal of approval.
Nice.
Charles 75N in the house. Awesome. So yeah, I'm having some hair of the dog. No moonshine tonight, though. No, just no. I got to get back into training for that. More regular basis, live streams. We got to do the feel buttons here. Nice.
Build up the tolerance a little bit.
Oh, sweet. Brian Landreth. There we go. Yes. By the way, it is a Q&A show. You guys know that. I don't see anybody new in the chat, so you should all be aware of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Super Blues King 12 for $300. Yeah, because that was a sweet little amp at the $600 price point.
What is that, like a 6v6 EL84? What is it? If it's a 12, is it based on a Princeton reverb, or is it?
Well, I'm almost wondering if it's 6L6.
Is it only 12 watts, or is that just the name? If it's 12 watts, that's what a Princeton reverb is. I'm guessing it's a 6, maybe like a single-ended 6v6. Could be an EL84, but that's...
There we go. All right. There's another. See, that's all guitar related. I love it. We're upwards of 6 minutes in, and we've kept it pretty much on topic, other than the recap. But that works because we do that.
Nice.
Jason Hobbs talking about the new Pete Thorne deep dive into that EVH tone. Sick. That was awesome. That was awesome because it was such an awesome. It dominated the conversation on his live stream yesterday, and I think he knew that, and that's why he had Dave Friedman handy to jump on.
That was cool.
Hey, Frank Corcoran. Class A 6v6. There we are.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I was just going to look it up, but that saves me the time. Cool. Oh, I love 6v6 tubes.
Nice.
That's cool. So it's like a little Princeton reverb. That's
excellent.
Nice.
Unbelievable. Says, don't worry, I'll derail the conversation in a minute. Yeah, so ask away any questions, folks. Hopefully we have answers. We figure between the two of us, that's a brain. So we should be good.
Half each, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, you had a long day today with life and work and grocery shopping and jiu-jitsu and...
making dinner, making lunches for tomorrow.
Right.
Doing laundry, putting it away. I even worked out today instead of eating lunch because we get a 1 hour lunch. I teach kids online. I don't know if anyone knows, but I know you know that. But we get it's like a 55-minute lunch. So literally it's like 2 minutes to change and run down to the basement, 50 minutes to do cardio workout, two minutes to get up and towel myself off and look presentable back on the computer.
Right.
And then when I'm done for the day, then I go clean up and get a shower bath, whatever.
Nice. Hey, Six String Brian, my friend, is here. Nice.
Hey,
let's see here. Landreth had one of those amps. Looks like sold it for $400. Regretted getting rid of it. Well, nice. You made $100 and you have a new amp. I like that.
Cool.
Brian X is back. Awesome. I saw something here. Deja Blue asks, "What is this Radio Shack?" The legendary Radio Shack, where you could buy cheap consumer electronics, good affordable batteries. Always
good parts.
Radio Shack batteries.
Good parts. You need a little resistor, capacitor, anything.
And raw components. Yeah.
Yep.
So if you got your Heath kit, and stuff like all that Heath kit stuff, it was all, like you want to build your own AM radio? Sure. You can buy all the parts. That was great. I missed that. I really missed that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, Ryan X asked if I tidied up. No, I just made the bed. That's all.
There we go.
And then Jason was asking about your
Jason knows Canada's best guitar store. And we have Thunder Falcon. See, that works better on the Monday shows after the abuse of last night.
Thunder Falcon. I love that name.
And, Jason wants to see. I was going to say on the domestic front, I thought ahead and I cooked a big dinner last night, so enough that there was leftovers tonight.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
Hey, I went full on somehow. Yeah, after Pete Thorne's show, I decided to go on a kick and make a Sunday dinner. So it was meat and potatoes and vegetables, even. Woo, vegetables.
Jason,
huge Radio Shack catalog. The Radio Shack Christmas catalog was almost on par. It was just as on par with the Sears catalog because they had all the RC stuff. I remember, and
you want to grab video games. He's asking, or I guess he's asking you about your Ernie Ball. He said you have a Wolf. Actually, he might, maybe not. He said you have a Wolfgang back there.
I have both.
Oh, you have both back there. Okay.
Well, no. It's just the Ernie Ball back there. Actually, a Music Man Access, not a Wolfgang. But I do also have a Wolfgang special right off camera, like literally.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, because my guitar rack literally ends right at the edge of the camera frame.
Mine's a 96 Axis, so first year after the EVH. Nice. I think it's September, October 96, something like that. I don't know if you can see it that well, but maybe that way.
Doug's saying, but was it like the consumer's distributing catalog? Oh man, that place was crazy because a lot of that was all returns. That's weird.
And then I got that random
nice. Hey, Dogpa. Good to see you, man. Ryan X is predicting a cooking channel. Well, you know, people have mentioned that to me. Do a cooking video or two. We'll see.
Don't forget to take it. Yeah, we do some cooking, a little eating. You know what I want to do? Have you ever seen the thing where they do like THC infused food?
Oh yeah.
You just keep eating it. It's like
Randall
a vicious cycle.
Randall Fisher here out of Memphis,
thanks, Jason.
I do believe, says he's lurking. He's cleaning a few guitars. Nice. Jason Hobbs used to own Red Ernie Ball access. Nice. Alex is just hungry. Sure. That makes sense.
And Terry said, yes, just no women in bras. I didn't catch the beginning, but that line alone sounded good.
I believe referring to the Sears catalog versus Radio Shack.
Oh, that's right. The old Sears catalog.
Unbelievable says cooking with Ben as he's drinking the shine. That would be like if anybody ever, you want to watch the most comedic cooking show, Jonathan Witherspoon did a series, Cooking for Pole People. And yeah, and it's him with a chef hat, an apron, and just a pair of boxer shorts. Nice. Cooking for, because pole people will get hungry too and need to eat. And it's interesting. It's entertaining.
That's funny. I noticed there's some big time food places that are starting to realize and use more like YouTube and social media places. You know, the guy that does the food reviews, Damn Drops, DAYM, Damn Drops.
Cool, Doug.
Have you ever seen him?
No.
It's DAYM, Damn Drops. And he's like, we got some drops going on. And he goes and gets fast food. Well, Burger King hired, I think it was Burger King or Wendy's. I think it was Burger King. One of them hired him to do like a nationally syndicated commercial.
Nice.
Like cashing in.
Hey, Janice. Good to see you.
What's up, Janice?
Is that the start of a build, Bent Tom?
I'm embarrassed to say, Jason. I bought, that's a Warmoth body. I bought. It's a nice one. It's like. I
was going to say, if I needed watch time, I'll say Tom did discuss it on last night's 4+ hour hangout. So somewhere in there, I won't tell you at what point during the evening he mentioned it.
It's either a 1 or a 2-piece body. It looks like a 1-piece body, but I can't tell if that's a 1 or a 2. It says either 1 or 2 PC for piece, but it's 3.11 pounds, nice and light, alder. And I'm embarrassed to say I just found this under my bed because I was going to make a guitar out of it probably a couple years ago and completely forgot.
The Tone Elves left that there for you. Yes, and apparently Brian Landreth needs a Strat body. And I think to myself, when doesn't Brian Landreth need a Strat body? Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make something out of it.
Okay, so Terry's well aware of Damn. Been watching for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Deja Blue got it. That's exactly. It's DAYM. Oh, he's been on Rachel Ray. Wow, I didn't know that a few times. Nice. He said. And my son turned me on to him. I love when he's just like licking his finger. He's like, he starts like almost tearing up. He's like, that's too good. It's too good.
So Jason likes that term. Maybe we'll do a holiday shirt with Tone Elves.
Jason definitely has his own tone.
Somebody had a great idea for a shirt last night. And do you think for the life of me I could remember what it was today? Not a clue.
I remember someone having an idea for a shirt, but I don't remember what the shirt was.
Yeah. It seemed to me I liked it. I remember that, but I wasn't sober.
I can't remember who did that. Was it Terry? Someone had an idea.
Somebody between all the viewers last night had an idea.
Yeah, right.
See, Brian confirms he always needs Strat bodies, and Unbelievable says, see, I derailed the conversation. Ryan X likes those Boss Pedal shirts.
Terry said that Damn Drops got crap for being a sellout for doing those Burger King spots. You tell me Burger King comes to you and says, we're going to give you $700,000 for a day's work and we're going to run it nationally for 6 months.
If they gave me a gift card, they just gave me Whoppers for life.
I mean, they give you $5,000. You're not going to take it? Come on, I'd take it.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I don't know why
card that's just Whoppers for life. Right.
What's up, Metalhead Hippie?
Sup, Metalhead Hippie in the house. Everyone should check out his show. We stomped all over it last night. Sorry, buddy, but we were. It was awake. Let's call it. It was basically awake last night, and it was great. Which reminded me, damn it, just that I have no train of thought tonight. But if I go back to the chat, that's right. See, I knew it was something in the chat. The HM2, they're bringing back the HM2. Possibly a Waza version, which that doesn't mean much to me, really. It's like MXR Custom Shop. It's still a mass-produced product. Like, what the hell?
What would be the difference?
Yeah.
Like MXR did those badass distortions, and it's supposed to be called Custom Shop, but it's all the same little thing.
Yeah. But Waza tells me, okay, it's going to be cool retro. They could have called it Boss Retro for that, for all I know. Because who knows? What does Waza even stand for? We're not sure. It probably, we could look it up, but that's too hard. So, Mike Leister's in the house from PEI. Man, we got the whole Maritimes thing here. If Mark Dillon shows up, we'll have the whole Maritimes because we've got New Brunswick, we've got Prince Edward Island, we've got Nova Scotia. Where's Mark Dillon? I'm just saying. Or Islander Winder.
Like when someone says custom shop to me, like Lawrence soldering his own pedals. That's straight up custom shop. Every one of his pedals is custom shop.
Exactly. Hey, what's up, Lonnie? Zamarippa. Maybe.
I may have toasted Maggie a few too many times last night, just saying. Grumpy Mike, nice.
Good.
Every time I see Grumpy Mike in the chat, I just think of CGS. I think of China Mike going, Grumpy Mike, nice to see you. The way he says it, I love it.
Nice. Well, we've got a lot of family in Torbay, I do believe, and area, which is just outside St. John's.
Brian Landreth, Waza means costs more in Japanese. I think so.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing. Even Unbelievable brings a custom shop or boutique. Custom shop should be even more rare than boutique.
Right.
Because boutique just tells you high end. Small run, high end.
To me, custom shop is like when Dave Friedman was on Pete's show and he goes, well, if you want to pay for it, you want to send it to me, I'll do the same EVH mods or I'll do the Steve Vai mods for you. That's custom shop, like a one-off.
Or sending a pedal into Josh Scott or Lawrence to be modded. Custom shop. Or even if they decide we're going to do a variant, maybe that's because it would be a variant where, I don't know, like I'm thinking it's got to be a company bigger than Lawrence because he's building everything, but it would be like maybe if Brian Wampler actually does the run himself, of a limit of whatever, 25 pedals.
What were the JHS ones? Not the $99 or $100 ones, but what were the ones they did where they sold out crazy fast? They were like takes on all the old classic fuzz face.
The 3 series?
Yeah. But unfortunately, I don't think those got in a ton of players' hands because it was all collectors that said, these are going to triple in price on Reverb. I'm going to buy 5 of them and jack the price up,
Nice. Grumpy Mike loves China Mike. Well, that's a Mike affair. That's nice. And I get that. I like both you cats. Terry was not hungover, or too bad anyways. Yeah, lucky you. We can't make that claim. Jason Hobbs grew up in Grand Falls, Windsor, Newfoundland. Okay, nice. Beautiful area. All right. Nice. Stephen Douglas just showed up. Nice. Aha. See, there you go. That could be, because it's a one-off thing. A custom TL honker, right?
There you go. Sure. Yeah, I think, let me see mine.
My LPD Vermin, it's a one-off.
Mine's the standard.
Is Fender Custom Shop a custom shop?
Hey, Ben.
Yes, because you can get made to order stuff. Like, you can have custom shop stuff come out, but it's got to be either, I don't know, like a one-off or a limited run, or like say made to measure of some kind. That's custom shop because it's customizing. It's a whole custom. Yeah, unbelievable. I don't know. Yeah, I got to get one of those. I see
when I see the word LPD next to delay, I'm just like, the jealousy sets in.
I know, right? And thank you, Jeff. I saw he had mentioned on his show last night. He did a shout out to Mom, which is awesome. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Late Night Lessons had a great lesson released today on Van Halen symmetrical scales. Nice.
Oh wow, yeah.
Fender also has the mod shop, right? Now, see, the mod shop would tell me, Tom, would that be almost like a stopping point if you took let's say a run of guitars off the line, and then it could even be the custom shop, but they do like, we'll swap out the pickups, just like something basic, like that's a mod as opposed to custom. You're getting the finishes, aging, what have you.
I have a friend that ordered from the mod shop, and it's not cheap either. It's like between $1,800 and $2,000 for most of the Strats and Tellies. But he said what it was like is it's basically like trying to get close to a custom shop type quality, but it's set specs. So you can only get this. You can't get like a 12-inch radius Strat, fingerboard with a V neck. They just don't do it. It's like 7 1/4 with a V neck, or like a C-shaped neck with 9 to 12. And again, set specs.
First of all, thank you very much, Grumpy Mike Guitar.
Oh, thanks, Grumpy Mike.
No moonshine tonight, but that's because, well, you saw last night. So, like if Gibson did a mod shop, like an R9, that's a mod shop guitar.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, probably 8 to 9 out of 10 R9s all made. Everybody wants it identical, the same burst, same, no variant. They don't want an iced tea burst. They don't want to fade it. You want just the straight. And that I would say is a mod shop, or like say limited run stuff. That's a variant from the standard, but it's not full custom shop. Yeah. Because custom shop should be one-offs.
To me, custom shop is like when Jack White gets a Music Man that because he's Jack White, they will not make any other ones. And Eddie had to sign off on it for him to get that configuration. That's custom shop to me,
Wolfgang Space.
There you go. Because you're not getting one of those. I mean, you could make your own copy, but you're not getting one from EVH, at least not for a while, maybe in a while.
Actually, come to think of it, because we discussed that when Eddie passed. Like I remember at that time I said, give it a couple of years, then bring out the Wolfgang bass.
Yep.
But now that he's going forward with the Mammoth project, is it okay now? Like a NAMM 2021, assuming there is the virtual NAMM. Because at Kotai he's actively promoting the album now. It sounds, it's great reception. Sounds great.
I'd love to get one of those striped, the blue one he was using.
Oh. That was sick. Eddie Van Haskell is here. Oh, and I saw earlier here, Julia is here. She thanked me for the telly video.
Oh, cool.
More than welcome. Yes.
I love Julia, the Telecasters.
And the thing is, like, Julia is maybe not the most active member on my channel, but she's been around pretty much since day one, I think. So when I see comments from viewers like her, when I do a video on, hey, what the hell should I do? I'm bored, I'm like, okay, you've supported the channel for ages, and that
she's been at your channel since the beginning, and apparently she's been at Johnny Bean's channel since like forever. Like she's a dedicated viewer. That's awesome.
Will Epiphone release the Alex Lifeson Les Paul in 2021? I don't know.
Now is that does he have a Floyd on his?
The Access, right.
And it has that Access cut. Is it what it's called, the Access?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a belly cut. It's got that what's now kind of standard on a lot of guitars, that kind of, I call it swoopy back. Like it's just very fluid, very feminine, some would say, in a good way. The curves are in all the right places. We'll say that.
It's funny. I would probably like that, but because I grew up in playing, Les Pauls with that standard, like, no, you're not going any further. It's a block, and you're not going any further. It almost feels weird to me. I tried one, and it was like, oh, I'm flying up. Like,
I actually had a Chibson access for a period of time.
Did you like it, or?
It wasn't the best Chibson. It needed work.
It was made on a Friday at 5 p.m., right?
It had issues. Yeah. In no time, stripped out one of the screws for the locking nut.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. And it didn't have a piezo or piezo it didn't have that option, which is one of the cool things I thought about it, because it was really like when a company was still like, oh, you want to do a signature guitar, like, and it was just out of the box. Like, that was a game changer for Gibson in many ways, I thought. Because I was like, I get it. That's like a Floyd, it's not a Kaler on a Les Paul, which they did that straight from factory in the 80s because so many people were already doing it. Or you can get a Floyd Rose installed, stuff like that. But the body, I think, was a touch thinner too. It seemed to me it was more like a special almost.
Okay, that makes sense.
The neck was nice. 60s neck. Nice small. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Jeff K. Good to see you, man. Ryan X wants a Boss Katana Air. They're nice.
Dave was asking if anyone tried an FRX on a Les Paul. I don't know what that is. Do you know?
The FRX is a surface mount Floyd.
Oh, kind of like a Bigsby, but it's a Floyd. I have not tried one of those. That'd be cool because it's less invasive, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it's perfect, but it's less. You don't have to carve the bejesus out of it.
Did you see what Ben Haskell put there? Kalers or steel vomits.
Well, so Eddie will love me more because, at some point I will own a Les Paul with a Kaler like Steve Clark had.
Yeah.
Like a black custom with a Kaler.
Yeah.
And I'll curse it every time I try to tune it. The original Paramutant in the house.
Amanda wants to know how you're feeling.
I got to sleep around 2:30 in the morning. Well, Sis doesn't know because she left before you even left because she had to do stuff.
She had the kid duty,
So, yeah, Sis, myself, Doug, and Kelly, we were on the call till 2 a.m., basically, and that's only because Doug had to move his vehicle off. He had it parked on the street, and you can't park on the street after 2 a.m. Between November and April.
I've lived in a city where that was the case, and it's like every time you're like, oh, I got to move my car. Like, I remember going out.
Every city in Canada.
Oh, really?
Well, because the reason?
Oh, yeah.
Snow removal.
Yeah.
It could snow at any time after November.
When I lived in Pittsburgh, I lived at the top of a hill, and it would snow all the time. That was a problem. And they don't care. I've seen a plow truck just knock a car out of the way. They don't even get it towed. They just slam it out of the way, Like, I don't want my car destroyed. So, but I'd be out there at like, everyone would park near my apartment complex. And then 5, 6 p.m., they all get back from their jobs, drive home, and the spaces free up. So then I would take one of the free spaces you could park at, but it was a half mile from my apartment. There's me walking back a half mile in the snow because my other option was getting up at like 5 or 6 a.m. and moving the car if I parked it close.
Well, it's that. Unfortunately, that's in an area where you don't have to worry about coming out to a waist-high snowbank at the end of your driveway.
Well,
you're like, great, because you literally have to get up an hour earlier for work, basically, to remove snow from your driveway.
Crazy, yeah. No, where I lived in Pittsburgh, you just had to worry about someone pulling a gun on you when you went out to your car. That's about. And
they destroy lawns. Yeah. If you don't have a curb, when that plow comes, it'll just landscape and shelve the end of your lawn.
Wow. Which is why I moved to Scottsdale.
It's from Boston to Scottsdale. Nice. Hey, Guitar Man 45. Middle of the woods country. So, see, you own snow removal equipment then if you live any kind of rural.
Well, like, even here in Pennsylvania, my ex has, a bunch of land, but she lives on her driveway's like 45-degree angle. So they have a gator with a plow on it.
I wasn't going to mention it, Eddie, but there's that as well. So, yeah, it's been one of those things. My guilty pleasure is I listen to Poison. What's yours? Poison, they're not bad. Guilty pleasure.
I don't know if I have any for music. I just don't feel guilty.
No.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that someone else would call a guilty pleasure because they're like, how do you like that? But thanks, buddy. Thanks. My drink delivery. Yes, you may.
Sure. I have to think on that. I don't know. That might have hurt. Doug, I will take a medium hot chocolate. No, nothing. It's Tim Hortons. No. Because see, that's the thing. The random time I ask for a hot chocolate, it's at best brown water. It's like there's no taste to it. Like I get the machine when the machine's running low every flipping time. Deja Blue says Lady Gaga.
There you go. I hate when you get coffee flavored water and it really just tastes like coffee flavored water instead of coffee.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, late in the day coffee. It's been sitting there for 18 hours. Oh, it's burnt.
What's my guilty pleasure? I don't know. Waylon Jennings? Does that count as a guilty pleasure?
I'm trying to think if there's any I have. I don't know.
Guilty pleasure guitar tone. Again, I love so many different tones.
Sister Hazel's a good one. Who sang that? Were they the ones that sang that band? All for you. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe that's not them. Remember. Why doesn't everyone just say you? I think it's guilty music pleasure. My guilty pleasure involves Kleenex. All right. Lee Greenwood.
Well, Eddie kind of touched on that. There we go. Yeah, Doug says Lee Greenwood. No, Doug. No.
And then a little bit. Thanks. Bye.
That's why I hate Starbucks for drinks. Yeah, Starbucks I don't like, Alex, just because they're blatantly expensive. For what? Coffee is coffee. Like, even if it doubles the cost of production, the markup on coffee is so high.
What's the markup higher on in Canada, coffee or marijuana? Cannabis. Because in the U.S., in certain cities, the price for cannabis is almost on par with gold per ounce.
Well, see that's but it still only costs maybe 20 cents to make a cup of coffee at most. True.
Yeah.
Like the markup is about 10 times on coffee.
Yeah.
At least. Like coffee, there's such a markup on coffee. I'm just thinking at the time when we had our one restaurant location, it was mostly takeout. So we had 25 cents a cups of coffee in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Just to get people in the door. And
I want
meanwhile, your Tim Hortons, whatever, large double was $1.50 at the time.
Yeah.
But it's like because a pot of coffee cost about 25 cents to make.
In high school, I used to go, we'd go every day after school. Me and two of my buddies, one was a drummer and one was a guitar player. We'd come home from school. We weren't doing any homework in high school. So we'd come home from school. We'd just practice guitar. My other buddy practiced drums. I'd practice guitar. And then we'd all meet at the coffee shop at about 8, 9 p.m. and stay there till like 11 or midnight and then just go home. And like every night of the week, our senior year of high school. And it was $0.25 a cup, you know?
Thank you, Eddie. He just knows how to tie it all together. Cabbage rolls and coffee. Good.
Coffee and
big hit by the Schmengi Brothers. If you don't know who the Schmengi Brothers is, there's your guilty pleasure. The Schmengi Brothers.
I don't even know them. Let me think.
Tim Hortons is where you pay to be disappointed, my sister says.
What is my guilty pleasure musically? I don't know. I got to think about it. Or was it just guilty pleasure in general?
Oh, there was music and guitar tone.
Guilty pleasure for guitar tone?
Well, I guess my guilty pleasure guitar tone has to be like AOR. Because I've always had an affinity for that. And let's be honest, there was certain times during our lives that was not a cool tone.
Yeah. Yeah, the chorus thing was not cool for a long time. And now everyone wants that. I saw someone selling another one of those, Full Tone made a copy of the Dino My Piano Tri-Stereo chorus. I think Pete Thorne did an did a video on it, but I guess it's part for part exactly like an original tri-stereo chorus. What's up, Brian Spalding?
Hey, Brian Spalding. Good to see you, man. I just have coffee at home, Alex. I never drink coffee when I'm out, unless it's like road trip, and I'll have coffee with breakfast.
I had Starbucks on Saturday because I was traveling from my parents, and it was the only place there. And
I honestly don't remember the last time I got a drive-through coffee.
I got like a small black, like they have nitro cold brew, which is good. That's the one thing I do like there because it's smooth. But I went to one in Lancaster County when I was coming back from my parents. So it was only I think it was like $2, which is still overpriced. But, when I'm at home, I always make it at home.
I think literally the last time I had coffee outside of home was on the plane ride back from NAM.
Oh, wow. That has been a while.
Because coffee is one of the few free drinks,
mm-hmm.
Let alone a free meal. Forget that. I remember the days when they used to actually feed you, even on a short flight where the flight attendants are rushing to feed you because it's only an hour-long flight.
The hour-long flight, they had the pre-made meals, the cold meals usually.
Yeah.
Still got a meal.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you remember on the long flights, you used to get a snack, a meal, and then a snack. And in between those three things were like 4 or 5 beverage services. Because I used to fly, I would fly to England years ago, and it was like a day's worth of meals on one flight.
Yeah, and now it's like basically you can't take anything into an airport, so you can buy some prepackaged food at the airport or fast food or what have you. Like I couldn't figure that out when I was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they have let's call it a McDonald's in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I got on for the Hopper flight from San Francisco down to Ontario.
Okay.
Plane's only a third full. Everybody grabs their own section.
Nice.
And everyone has takeout food. And everyone's eating on the plane. And it was like a 10:30 flight. And I'm like, okay, these are people that work till 7 at night, 8 at night, and then commute back to Southern California.
Yep.
And you could tell because you could tell that had that regular vibe. It felt like I was on a city bus and not on an airplane.
Oh, yeah. They were the regulars. You might have this experience because you worked with the military some. I don't know how it is in Canada, but I know in the U.S. when they fly people into, for example, without getting into the whole, UFO thing, but when they legitimately fly people in to do whatever work they're doing at Area 51, they have jets that fly from Vegas literally and land on their airstrip. They go to work and the people hop back on the plane and fly back because they're not allowed to drive into there. And then they park their car in the parking lot and drive home. It's like
exactly
a plane every day for like 40 years.
Brian Lantis remembers smoking on airplanes. I don't recall ever being on a smoking flight, but I remember seeing ashtrays in seats for a long time.
I was on a plane coming back once from Europe, and it was that. I've never been on the actual flight when it was smoking, but it reeked because it had come from, it was a plane had come from somewhere in the Middle East, I think from Saudi Arabia. And my roommate in college was from Saudi Arabia. And if you don't know, 90-some% of the people in the Middle East that can afford it smoke.
Right.
Like literally almost all of them.
That was also, and I remember reading, it wasn't until the 2000s that smoking was completely banned on American flights.
Yeah.
Whereas it was like by the early 80s, it was already banned on Canadian flights.
Oh, wow. They actually care about their people.
Universal healthcare. They saw it up. They're like, hey, we're paying for this.
Yeah, we don't want to make you get sicker.
Yeah.
Stephen Douglas. Yeah, I'm in southeastern PA. I'm west of, I'm about halfway between Philly and Lancaster. Or no, I'm closer to Philly. I'm like 30 miles west of Philly. I'm north of, if I go directly south, I'm in Wilmington, Delaware, directly south of me.
So we went on a tangent. That's okay. That ties in because music, touring, you hope you eventually are flying for your tour dates. So yeah.
There you go. Pens or flyers? That's a tough one because I was born in Camden, and
because Doug's still listening. Neither, because he's a huge Pens fan.
I have a lot of friends that are Flyers fans, but I went to school in Pittsburgh for a while, so I'm kind of a fan of both. If I had to pick one, I think I'd definitely be Penguins.
Hey, there's Adam Finkel. I thought I saw you pop in here. Oh, Jason Hobbs asked, best piece of guitar-related gear of 2020.
Ooh,
I'm
looking.
let me think.
Oh, I know, but it's not. Do you mean produced in 2020 or acquired in 2020?
Produced.
Oh, I lost. I don't think produced in 2020.
While I think on that, I'm going to say hello to Chris Baseman. He asked, what's the Strat body going to be?
Smoked in hospitals.
I believe, Chris, are you new in the channel? Hello, welcome. Awesome. Well, let's see. Best stuff. Well, we could mention, because we got the channel sponsors, the relaunch of LPD Pedals, formerly known as Lawrence Petrov's Design. Also want to thank Reno Fin Custom Guitars. FU tone. You don't have tone unless you have FU tone. He doesn't use that slogan. I came up with that, and he doesn't want it, and that's okay. Vibraprint for all your custom printing needs, including vinyl graphics, Laz. Big time. When I used to do vinyl graphics back in the 90s, I was telling you, that was with Tim, who owns Vibraprint.
Oh, cool.
He owned a company called Mr. Signs. Yes, it was like Mr. Plow, but Mr. Signs.
Hey, Lawrence.
Speak of the devil. Who else we have here? Flipside Music. Got a bunch of new cool stuff in. And Ardens.
No idea for a t-shirt. You know what I want? Have you seen the ones that have
oh, there we go. The best piece of guitar-related gear in 2020. The LPD teal and black toque.
Oh, there you go. I need
the tone toque.
I didn't know it was in teal. I got to get one.
Yeah, the logo on RJ's, the logo is in teal. Or he says, okay, the 87 Deluxe.
It doesn't go
released this Friday, which was first publicly announced on here.
87 Deluxe is coming out.
Ago.
Whoa. Stop the clock. When's the 87 Deluxe coming out?
Thursday, if you're on the newsletter list.
Oh. Lawrence, are they all gone yet? I got to email you.
Do it. He'll put one
aside. Yeah, I got
one aside for Tom, please, Lawrence.
I'll email you.
Stranger is here. It's okay. You're late. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. I saw Aaron from Albus Band jumps in here. Good to see you, Aaron. Okay, so Chris is a guitar and bass enthusiast. We love that. Multitasking. Ooh. I like that. That's multidimensional. Best Gear 2020, the relaunch of Epiphone from Terry. You know what? Let's go with that, actually. They added the tone corners to the headstock.
What's up, Jeff T?
Hello, Peter Falkstone. New to the channel, but love the vibe of this community and just want to say it's great that guys like you do this, Ben. Well, thank you very much, Peter. And he's from the Sunshine Coast, BC. Nice. Fellow Canuck with guitars.
Nice. Sandra's here. Yeah. Thank you once again, Sandra, for all your hard work, because she's the hardest working person I think I know on YouTube.
Okay. And Lawrence agrees with me that the toque is a close second. Perfect.
I think I might have to just put in an order for 2 items at once. You know, my birthday.
Hey, Mel O'Brien. Good to see you. We've got 63 people in the house tonight. Great.
I
know I missed some stuff because this just started flying because we had a bunch of folks jump in at once. That's okay. There was something I was.
Stephen Duggan said, "Did I ever make it to that small music store in Ocean City, Maryland?" I'm not sure, Stephen. What store are you referring to? Ocean City. I've been to Ocean City, Maryland, many times. I mean, as a kid and an adult. I just I don't know which one you mean.
Boom. Did I say hey to Jeff T? I think I just saw Jeff T in here. I do. There's multiple Jeffs. They all have their initials. It reminds me of grade school when there was 2 people with the same name in your class, and forever known as something initial, something initial.
Yeah, we had 3. It was like Tom F, Tom H, and Tom B, and I hated it. It was like I wanted to change my name.
I would say for your age too, because you're basically the same age as my sister, and my sister having 6 friends named Jen. Jenny, Jennifer.
Yeah,
that was huge. Like
yes, Jenny, Jennifer, Jen, a lot of them.
I'm bad at cleaning out contacts in the phone, Tom. But if you look, the J's is huge to the point where there's Jen with 1 end, Jen with 2 ends, Jenny. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jenny
I went through a Jen phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sister's now puking because the hangover as well as that talk. But she can't deny it. I think she knew at least 43 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it was me, Stephen. I've been to Ocean City since I was, I don't know, a kid, but I don't know any music store down there. I'm sure there's some good ones. I don't know any. I haven't been to any down there. The only ones I've been to in Maryland were in Catonsville, Maryland, Bill's House of Music. I've been to what is the one that Lewis, the Tone King, goes to all the time? Chuck Levins. I've been to Chuck Levins many times. Great place. And then I've been to, there's a place called East Coast Music Exchange right across the street from Bill's House of Music in Catonsville, Maryland, which is really good. I mean, you walk in, at least when I used to go there, like 1990s, you'd walk in and there was a line of 60 Strats, a line of 50 Strats, 2 Dumbles, a row of vintage Marshalls, 2 rows of vintage Fenders, and then a wall of like Gibson Jazz arch box, arch tops, jazz boxes.
All right. So let's first of all point out how awesome Jeff T's pedal board is, let alone the comment. Because he's got a striped pedal board. That's awesome.
Nice.
Lawrence is just in like a flash and out again. Get back. You know what? He's got to build some 87s, I'm thinking, prior to this week's launch. Let's see here.
Aaron, what's up?
Yeah, Aaron snuck in.
Snuck in.
Lindy Fralin is on Tone Talk this Friday.
Oh, that's what I have in my... So my 69 Strat's a real 69 Strat, but only one of the pickups was working. So 2 of the pickups in it currently are Lindy Fralin Vintage Hots.
Oh, yeah, good. And I'm just going to point this out from my sister. Yes, the Gens. See, they were just known as the Gens. And then, of course, then she says...
Also good.
What you drinking tonight, guys? What am I drinking? Labatt's Blue, but I'm drinking it in a Carling Black Label Vintage beer stein mug. I don't know. Is it a stein? Steins need to be ceramic, don't they?
Yeah.
Or metal. One or the other. Not glass. That's a mug. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I've got 2 seltzers. I don't know why I opened 2 at once, but
nice.
Strawberry and cucumber and blueberry pomegranate.
There we go. Grumpy Mike says, a while back you did a demo of the Gretsch Junior Jet Club. Yes. Any lasting impressions? Yes, one, that pickguard was atrocious. Like literally, they cut that out on a bandsaw or a jigsaw, Tom, and they didn't run a piece of sandpaper around it. Like it was obvious. You could just see like what it looks like when you saw out a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if maybe that was a one-off. It fell through the cracks. Maybe they do sand it. Otherwise, I haven't had a chance to see another one. Because I never remember, but I want to check that out. But other than that, last impression, it was cool because it was like, I don't know, like the difference of what a club jet sounds like compared to a Les Paul.
Okay.
The junior jet sounds different from a junior.
Yeah.
Like it's still got that gretchiness to it.
Yeah.
My sister's eating a giant bowl of kale salad because of vitamins and stuff. Not
Chris
me.
Basin's having a puff instead. I can go with that. That's good.
That's absolutely, yeah. That happened off air before, but I'm not going to say that.
So Ben, I think Dacia Blue missed it. He said, "What's this 87 Deluxe you guys are talking of? Do you want to fill him in?"
All right. So there's the legendary, because I will say legendary because I think it's the number one pedal you see on pro boards, what have you. There's the LPD 87. What's the 87? It's your Marshall in a box. A 2-channel green and red. The green side, JCM 800. Red side, Jose Mudd Marshall. And now the deluxe will be, I'm going to assume, will be similar like to the 68 Deluxe, where you will have all your goodness of the 87. Oh, wait, no. Is it with a boost or is it separated to each channel? See, the thing is, if you go back on the channel, one of the many times Lawrence has been on the channel, we actually teased this pedal. I'm going to say right after NAMM, if not before NAMM. Well, I've known about the pedal for a year, so that's all I'm saying.
You guys teased that like at least 10 months ago, I think.
Yeah, but due to parts shortages and such. So I think it's let's just say it's with a boost. And when Lawrence, he does some of the nicest boosts. The circuit might be the Muggy-owned circuit. He was using that for a while, which is a very flat EQ, just a straight. I think mine's tweaked to 28 decibel boost because you need that in a clean boost, Tom. 28 decibel.
Wow.
Yeah, and
you could overdrive a twin reverb with that much boost.
I know two people got one of those. Like, there was two of us at the same time that got one. Myself and the Tone King. We both got the Muggy-owns. It's fun. It's the ultimate clean boost. For a lead, you can just put it there. It's just everything and it's great for slamming into the front of pedals because I like to do that. This is headed out already. She's got to get Sam to bed. Good night, Sam. Sam should have been in bed 21 minutes ago. Hey, Dan Sullivan. Good to see you, man.
But, I think it's nice because you can have a single coil or a weaker pickup and you can just I don't have a 14K humbucker in this, but I want to shred some stuff. Throw that boost on.
Exactly. Anyone here of Abominable Electronics, boutique builder out of Seattle? I'll say probably Aaron from Elvis Band in the chat. I'm sure he has because he knows everybody. Literally.
I know the name. I don't know any of the pedals they make. I've only heard of the name.
I suspect, Tom, that when you apply for a patent on a pedal design and you submit it to the patent office, I think Aaron is automatically CC'd on it.
Oh, no, he is. He's definitely CC'd on it, yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so. See? Yeah.
Oh, Steve.
He makes the Hill Satan pedal. See? There you are.
This is not a joke. So this is a Warmoth body. It's a pretty nice body, too, nice and light. And I meant to make a guitar out of it about 10 years ago. And I found it under my bed last week. So I'm going to make something out of it.
Oh, crap. I just realized I forgot.
2 new projects. But the good part is I think I've got 2 necks in there.
Thanks, Mayhem.
And a pile of pickups there. And then I've got a tremolo here. So at least I'll be able to put it together for no additional money.
That reminds me. I forgot to text Pete Thorne today. I got to text him.
Man, that deep dive was awesome. How about it?
It was awesome.
Wow.
I was trying to arrange to get him he's looking for a specific spec replacement neck for that gold ESP body. And so I was seeing if I could find basically looking for a 21 fret 6100 frets, so nice big frets, 21 fret, big frets,
medium jumbo, right? 6100, yeah,
I believe so.
6000 is jumbo, I guess. So yeah,
with a high brass nut.
Oh, he wants to go full authentic. Is he going to throw a traditional? Here's my thought: is he going to go 6-screw bridge, but with the locking saddles?
He's already got the 6-screw bridge on it. Yeah, that one doesn't have a Floyd.
Brain fart. That's right. I saw the video.
Brian from Oregon. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Still loving you too, Brian. See, I love the fact that's what I love about NAM. Brian from Oregon and I, we've known of each other since I got involved in the YouTube community. Cool. And I randomly see him at NAM each January, and I will miss that this coming January. And it's just we don't communicate. I just hear a "Hey Ben," and I turn. I'm like, "It's Brian."
Nice.
Usually with his lovely wife as well, cool. Mrs. Brian from Oregon, because that's how good I am at remembering names.
Jason said I should build a Frankenstein replica with it. Well, I have a different neck on it, but I already have, and I have a different bridge, but I already have this.
Nice.
So I actually have a different bridge I'm going to put on than a locking bridge, but I want to build a 1984 or 5150, but I messaged the guys at where a lot of people got their bodies, Kramer style bodies from K&E, right. K&E bodies, and they literally said on their front page, due to Eddie Van Halen passing away and the surge in desire for these bodies, were 8 weeks behind.
I could see. I was going to say Brian Landreth. He's so old school. I could see him taking that body and just oiling it.
No, it's gonna get painted. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a different color Frankie replica with it, to be honest.
And I agree, Alex. Jason Hobbs is impressed. Nice. Deja Blue loves it.
I'm thinking about doing the, doing the stripes as close as I can, like the other one, but I want to do like a Miami Vice.
You go for it, Dan.
Teal and pink and white colored Frankie. That's what
Unbelievable I want. Says Bumblebee, but Bumblebee, you don't want to have those extra pickup cavities.
Exactly, yeah. Plus, isn't it 2 inches thick?
It is a 2-inch thick body.
I don't want a 2-inch thick guitar.
You do if you're sitting and playing. Even then, you know what? No, I don't, because it'll probably put my leg to sleep. It's like when I tried to play my double neck. It would just put my leg to sleep. This
is a heavy piece of ash. I mean, it's so freaking heavy. This probably weighs more than my Les Paul.
Deja Blue says, have you seen the Blue Mean Streets 5150 1984 guitar? I want to do that. That's a cool
design. I have seen that one, and that's kind of what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do different colors. Has anyone seen the 5150 that is black, white, and teal instead of black, white, and red? I dig that one too.
So the LPD 87.
You have a picture?
Is not a boost. It's the 2 channels separated.
Oh yeah. I know what I'm doing after this stream tonight. I'm getting on that channel. Yes.
I don't know if I'm supposed to tease that, but there it is.
Oh yes. Someone found their birthday present to myself.
Yeah. And then there's a note.
That's a cool idea. Jason Hobbs.
Okay, and out 12/4/299 US.
Comes out the day after my birthday.
Now, I don't know if we can read that. It says
this would be my signature pedal. Nice.
But I don't know if we can make out who said that. Let's see if we can do that.
Closer. RJ Ronquillo. There he is. He's trying to steal my color. See, people don't believe me. Let me try and see if I can show you real quick. No one ever believes me. See that cabinet? It looks bluish. That's like custom ordered 412 from Mojo Tone. That's like bright freaking teal. See those cables? See my computer? It's teal as well. And see my trash can? Underneath right here is teal. And see my chair? It looks blue too, but my chair is teal. Wrong side. There. Like everything in my life is that color. And I love RJ. I love him to death, but he's trying to steal my teal thing. I've been on the teal.
Ooh, that will be the Tom signature shirt available on the Canucks Guitars site. It will say, "Don't steal my teal."
Although he's got the last name when he says Ronquillo, that just fits perfect. I got to give him that.
Yeah. And he brought out the Sus Marios up. He's just going full on. Yeah,
I'll just have to change my name. Ben
Teal. You know what? I'll give you the teal, but we'll give him the pink and teal.
Look at uneffing believable. I seriously think that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm thinking instead of red, black, and white, I'm going to do pink, like a hot pink, teal, and white. It's going to be the Miami EVH guitar.
I love it.
And then RJ's going to want to buy it when he sees it. And I'm not selling it to him, but I'll trade him for something good he has.
Like the Sonny Crockett guitar.
He won't sell. He won't trade me for that one. That'd be worth way too much too, but
yeah. I'll
find something.
Yeah, he'll say, I got another one of my signature baritone Revoltas, and you're like,
well, when I finish this though, I mean, it's going to be a lot of work, but I won't have that much money into it, so I'll be like, you got, I don't know, I'll take like a couple pedals. If he could do the the custom Sus Mariosa pedal, I might do him straight up for that, because that thing will. I wouldn't sell it, but that thing will hold its value. The pink and teal one.
Hey, Marty V from the Netherlands.
It will meet 5 o'clock shadow too. Yeah.
Stephen Douglas says my favorite Miami Vice was the episode with Ted Nugent. How many bands were on that show / musicians, and not just acting, but that I believe was my first exposure to the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh wow!
They were in an episode just playing like at a party on a boat type thing. And it would have been like, they were playing like Jungle Man or something, like early
Was it Hillel?
Yeah, I believe so.
It
was either that, either right with Hillel or after.
Right when Frusciante joined,
because if you remember, Jungle Man was a bit of a hit, college radio kind of thing.
Yeah. Hillel died though when they were still blowing up, so it could have been that track, but then it could have been.
And there was somebody between Hillel and John too, because I remember. I remember getting their first 4 albums, and there's like 3 guitar players on the first 4 albums.
Yeah, you know who was the weirdest dude? I'm not weird, I'm not saying that in a mean way. Like unique, I guess. Do you remember they had that guy for a while, Eric Marshall? So I met the guy in Pittsburgh. He was playing with. Do you remember the female singer with the real curly hair, Macy Gray?
Yeah, I remember Macy Gray. I used to cover Macy Gray.
Yeah, so I was in Pittsburgh, and I knew this woman who ran like the local arts center. And she happened to be the aunt of Macy Gray. And she was calling her by her real name, because that's not her real name, obviously. And she goes, "Oh, I know her. I know her parents." And she's like, "Come with me." She gets me backstage into the show for free. And I'm sitting backstage drinking a beer, chatting with Eric Marshall the whole show.
Nice. So that would have been Hillel. Thank you. Because Jack Sherman was on the first album.
Okay.
There we go. Phil Collins was good. Yes, Glenn Frey. Phil Collins was on a few episodes, I think.
Frank Zappa, I didn't know he was on one. I got to check that out.
What was I saw something else here.
Look at all the purple.
Frank Zappa.
Yeah, kind of cool. What am I using for my Eddie tones? I'm trying to put my stuff together. What I have now, Jason, I have a 1971 100-watt super lead. And a bunch of 412s. I have 3 of the Roland SDE delays, of which obviously I know I only need 2. But
the Hitman is in the house, Dwight Bailey.
I didn't want to buy a PCM 70 Lexicon because I don't want to spend that much money on it, so I just got one of these for the reverb instead.
Nice.
It's got the Lexicon chip in it, and then what else? Got a Phase 90, an old MXR flanger.
Do you prefer your Phase 90 pre or post gain?
Pre.
And is that regardless of getting an Eddie tone or not? You prefer pre?
No, for the Eddie tone. I just, that's the only thing I use it for. I don't really ever use a Phase 90 for that. And then I have I have 2 Eventide H9s I use sometimes for a little bit of detune, but I took apart all my stuff. I'm rebuilding it because I was bored.
Yeah. I generally, I pretty much, it's funny watching the deep tone. I'm like, I got to put a Phase 90 some kind in front of my gain just for that. So I was thinking I'm going to, because I have 2 boosts in front of, I can get rid of my Choya boost and throw my Phase 95 first in line to get that kind of Eddie sound, and then still keep a different phaser post gain because, I do love my all-encompassing,
Yeah, if I want that, they have a decent phaser. I have Eventide H9. They have basically a passable effect of almost everything you could ever want. Now they even have compressors, distortion, fuzz in there. So that's kind of my Army knife.
I think I have to get an MXR flanger.
Yeah,
and I'll probably get that Eddie one just because it does have the preset option.
That's what I have. I have the black and white, and then I got this one. And the reason I got this one is because you just hit this button and it's the script preset.
Right. Which just bypasses the R28 resistor.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching those same videos, like, which one do you cut, the R28? And then I open that one. I'm like, they don't have an R28 here. And I'm like, oh, because they have the button.
Exactly.
Jason said he's gasping for an SL. I almost bought an SL68. I found one for like $1,700, and then I was like, I don't need another 100-watt head. I have a Jason. I have a Metropolis Metroplex too, except mine came in black, but I recovered it in teal.
Of course, RJ isn't recovering in teal. But
I did that one myself. That's not,
RJ could be lurking right now and just fuming, but
he wouldn't be fuming. He'd be laughing. He'd be like, ha ha ha.
All right, have a good night, Martin. It's a very late night in Austria.
Oh yeah.
Somebody asked choruses we use. Currently on my board, I'm using the MXR stereo chorus, which I'm guessing is I don't know how old it is. I'm guessing it's not a vintage one because I got it from Sean Pierce Johnson, and he's younger than me. So, and I'm pretty sure he got it new. Ooh, nice. Hobo Roadie has a Phase 45.
Nice. Someone said, I missed it somewhere. Someone said, Stephen Oak said I need the Lux that Dave Friedman recommended for Eddie's Tone in a Box. I would buy that, and I wouldn't. So that's the more efficient way to do it. I already own 2 Eventide H9s, and the Eventide H9, I feel personally at least, is superior to the Lux. I wouldn't buy an H9 just for that, but it's got plenty of detunes in, so that's the one I use. I mean, the Lux might sound better, but you know, I have the H9 already, so I don't have to spend any more money.
Nice. Sean Zimmerman, good to see you, my friend. And Dan Sullivan has an old CE5 on his board, but needs to be fixed. You know, my vintage CE2 used to be my go-to. Then it fell off the perch. It's the only one that always falls off when I'm moving shit onto a hardwood floor. And so then it started sounding like a CE1 instead of a CE2. It had that kind of grindy sound to it, which is cool. But then the LED's not working now either. And I was talking with Lawrence about it, and he's like, well, that's because it's buffered and needs proper power supply. I'm like, no, it used to come on fine. You know, like, I know I've used this pedal for 30 years. The LED used to be fully on, and now it's just, and now I don't even think it works at all. And I really need to send it to him because it's been dropped a lot.
Send it in the mail and like tape a note to it that just says in all capitals, fix, please. Fix, please.
Well, it wouldn't be the first pedal I've sent to him to fix, so. Rody's Jam Cave has an old Maestro phaser, like the one Tom Petty used. I have a Maestro phaser on my pedal board right now.
Jason Hobbs
in and out of love with it because it's a little. You really have to dial it in just right.
Yeah, Jason Hobbs said he needs a Plexi, the missing ingredient. I had a 68 Plexi. I know the Eddie Van Halen amps serial number 12,301. I had a 12,300 later series, like close to 400, like less than 100 numbers away from that Marshall he had. It was a 68 100-watt Plexi, and I needed cash, and I sold it.
Dang.
Unfortunately, about
Michael Krautz has a CE2 and a CE5, but wants a stereo chorus. Terry's schlepping for Tone Emporium pickups, which they're nice little pick. Rich had them. We were talking about them one of the first episodes ever at Canucks with Guitars. And I see he's building pickups again. But really, cool. If you want the pickups, go to the renofin.ca website. And there's a whole bunch of pickups that I designed, and they're really cool. And I'm not just saying that because they're really cool, but they're really cool. EVH lunchbox heads are cool. Very cool. Papa Blue is here. Good to see you.
Nice. Oh, and Terry said if you're in Canada, free shipping for orders over $99. That's cool.
Which is, you would think that's good, but his pickups are so affordable. A lot of his pickup sets can be under $100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it's like a dude in a basement in Ottawa.
Nice.
I think Rich got a set of like P100s from like humbucker size P90s. I think those were Tone Emporiums. They've been in a variety of guitars. I think they were in his Dean Boca in the 12.
Okay.
That was nice. It sounded nice.
Guitar Man 45's got 2 super leads. Nice.
Nice. Oh, Radford wants some new mixing monitors, but money. Yeah, that can get expensive. You can spend more on a pair of studio monitors than all your gear combined.
That's true. The Hitman.
Yes, Dwight Bailey in the house. And then Terry puts up the link to the Reno Fin pickups. Nice.
Cool.
Which reminds me, I got to hit up Travis. I haven't talked to Travis in a while. I hope he's doing well.
I haven't. Chris Baseman was talking about those EVH lunchbox heads are cool. I haven't tried one of those. Have you played those at all? Little 15-watt ones?
Trying to remember. Cool. I think I have. I think the first time I played through an EVH head, it was a little lunchbox one. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, they look cool. tried one.
And I think that's usually what they have set up at NAMM as well. Like that video we did with Caleb. I think that was, like the EVH Stealth or something. I think. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, Wizard. Jason's talking about Wizard amps. Those are insane.
They are sick. Oh, apparently my pickups are on sale. Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's good to know. Like I'm really just in the loop on that stuff.
Oh, so Chris said he played the 20 or the 3. He said he thinks it's 20 watt. I'm sure with the 412 it sounded great. I mean, I have a tiny little amp I bought.
See, there we are.
Oh yeah, he's reminding you. I've played tiny little tube amps. If you put it through a 412, man, it sounds monstrous. I've taken a 5 watt amp through 412, man, it sounds great.
Sure.
You're pushing more air.
Mm-hmm. We can just dial more
commentary. For some reason, that emoji always reminds me of LSD. The tongue's out.
Well, we've all kind of been there at one time or another. Yeah. Have either of you have a PV Butcher? No, I've never tried a PV Butcher.
I have not. My buddy
had my B52 is based off of, I believe, a PV Triple X. I think.
My buddy had a VTM 60, which was like a 50 or 60 watt PV amp, 6L6 bass. It sounded pretty good. And I had the first generation block logo PV 5150 amp, and I bought a brand new in 1992 or 1993. Had the half stack, no more. But Jason had 2 Wizards. Wow.
He got rid of them to go on the tone search.
Jason, do you still have? I know a while ago you played. I want to say it was the BE Deluxe, which is like I guess the flagship Friedman amp. Like that's, if any amp, that's the only one I've been gassing for lately. Do you own that one, or have you played it? Because I thought I saw a video with you playing that.
Mel O'Brien has a 95 PV Classic 20 that sounds great. I fell in love with it. I think it was a Classic 30 in tweed.
Yeah.
Buddy had it and I wanted it bad. And then he decided to sell it literally on the 1 week in a 6-month period where I didn't have cash on hand for it.
I hate that. Yeah.
And
see something good.
Karma being what it is, within a month, I had the Blues Deluxe.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, the only thing I've ever heard negative about those, the old PV Classic, like 20, 30, 40, all the different ones, was that they had some QC issues for a while and they were breaking on people. But my buddy had one, played gigs with it all through school, and it's like, if you get a good one, man, they're great.
I don't know what it is. I played the Classic 20, 30, and 50, and I liked the breakup in that 30. It broke up more than my Blues Deluxe, but not too much, and it was a great little retro sound for jam sessions, stuff like that. And that's every time I go to the buddy's place, he's like, "You bring gear?" I'm like, "I'll just bring a guitar." And
now, was it still like 6L6s like in the Blues Deluxe and stuff, or was it smaller, like a 6V6?
I think it might have been a 6L6. Although I don't know. All I know, it sounded, that's where the musicians, when you watch the rig rundown, some guys know exactly what they have, and the other guys are like, I don't know, it just sounds good. That's where it was that artist thing. Like I literally plugged into it one of the first times I went to his place, and I would jam there every week, and I'm just like, he's like, come by. I'm like, as long as I get that amp to use.
I still think what they should do, I went to one music store once. It was somewhere down in Maryland, like, I don't know, 20 some years ago. But what the guy did was, he's like, no, I don't want you to try different amps. I'm going to plug you into these different amps and you tell me what you like the sound of. And it was weird because like I ended up boner jams. I ended up going, wow, I really like that amp. And it's not an amp I ever would have tried, but I didn't have that preconceived.
Bruce is saying EL84s.
Okay.
So
it's like 4 EL84s, I guess, if it's 30 watts, I would assume.
I've always wanted to try one of those, BC Rich. The legendary, the PV Delta Blues 30 with the single 15.
It's like a Vibraverb almost.
Who? Simon Williams, friend of the channel. I believe he has a Delta Blues. I think he uses one in his band.
Oh, okay. So
Stephen Douglas has a rack-powered PV Classic 120, loudest amp I've ever played. I can't even just because the Classic 50, I have one. It's a Fender Twin. They're loud as fuck.
Yeah, Jason, I had a Bogner Ecstasy as well. I had a 101B. It was good, but I had like, some people love them, but to me it was like what they call the blanket effect. It was just this too much muffled compression for me. Probably too much gain for me too, but I mean, still a great amp.
I want to try messing around with some bass amps. And that's because of that bloody HX Stomp. I was flipping through the presets and I came up with some cool things, and it was like a stereo bass rig.
Wow.
And cool. I was able to tweak enough gain into them to get some breakup too. And I was like, ooh, this is different, because flipping through amps, you can hear those tone shifts, especially when you go and simulate amp, head, and you can hear the tone shifts. All of a sudden I was like, I haven't heard that tone before.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah. That's cool.
Hey, Mickey Stottlemyre. We'll go a few more minutes here, folks. If you have any last-minute questions, ask away. I'm just about out of my performance-enhancing beverage, and
Alex,
I think I'm going to have a sandwich after this.
Fender Twin. Had to sell it for money for my apartment. I've been there. Yeah, I've got an old Fender Twin. I like blackface twins. I'd love to have a tweed basement or a tweed twin, but not at that cost. 101B, the older version. Jason said, yeah, that's the same one I had.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool.
I think, yeah.
Oh, amp talk in the chat here. Love it. And I love the fact that it's a Q&A show. Half time we're like, I don't know what's in that. And the chat is like, boom.
I know, right?
They know what it is. And that's awesome. It's a group effort, folks. It's like group therapy. Monday nights. Ooh, yeah. Mick Stottlemyre recently got a 57 twin.
All that, yeah. Nice.
Dang. Silverface late 70s twin. Nice. That's one thing you can say. With all the different ownership changes and, CBS era hit and miss guitars and stuff. What did Fender ever really do shitty amps? Like maybe into the 80s, into the 90s where we weren't paying attention.
Solid state twin reverb for like a year or two that was pretty bad.
Well, there we are.
Even like the little the old Bantam bass, or like the Bassman 50, Bassman 100, the kind of not as desirable ones. If you modify those a little bit, man, they can sound really good.
Sure. I was curious. I would love to send my Blues Deluxe to Dave Friedman.
That'd be cool.
Because it's such a different take.
Yeah.
What would you do to this, Dave? Like, what would he do to the dirty channel? That you can have like the cleanest of cleans on the clean, and then you got this beast of a dirty channel.
It would be like a sleeper car. People would be like, what is that amp? And you'd be like, I just got a good one, I guess.
How are you getting that tone?
I just sound that good. I don't know. My hands just always sound like Marshalls, I mean, it's like...
Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be my hands. I don't know. Yeah. The new Orange Crush 120 Pros are nice for a solid state. They do a decent solid state, the orange stuff. As well as PV. PV's always done amazing solid state stuff.
Stephen Douglas said he tried a Bogner Shiva with the KT88s, best Bogner he played. I've never tried that one. I have one of those Fryette PS100 power stations that runs on KT88s, and that sounds great, man. You can even run the LPD 87 right into that. Whoa, Jason, man.
Dang.
Thank you. Damn.
Thank you. Yeah. Hope to see you anytime. Fellow Canuck with guitars. And everyone should check out Jason's channel. And I'm not just saying that because he contributed, but he puts out some cool stuff.
Great player, man.
Yeah.
He's a really good player.
Awesome. Actually, now I think if I had Dave do something, I'd want everything on switches too, like he did with that head that Pete used in the video.
Yeah, he put the what was the one difference they said in the EVH amp was that the cap going to V2.
Yep.
I forget what it was, like 330.
And the 50 meg mid pot.
Yeah, the 50 meg instead of the 25 meg pot.
Yeah.
25K pot.
Yeah, folks. You know what we mean. 50, 25. It could be a meg, could be a K. It's all good. Don't build it. Don't trust it, but just take our word for it.
There's a couple of websites too if anyone's interested. I mean, if anyone wants the stuff, there's links that will show you. And it's weird because it's on the Fractal Audio Forum of all places, but they have a breakdown that shows you everyone that's ever worked on Eddie's amp and all their notes. And if you put those notes together, you can kind of figure out what was done.
Sure. Yeah, true. That JBL was amazing too.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask Pete that in his live show yesterday. So the new PT 100 cabs, are they going to come with JBLs?
Those are expensive to get now, those D120Fs. I saw a guy selling a twin reverb a couple of days ago that was like a mid-70s, wasn't anything good, but he was asking a heap for it because it had 2 of those speakers in it, you know, with the mirror finished metal cones, you know.
Right. Nice. All right. I think we've just about covered it here, folks. Anything last minute coming in, let us know. We thank the sponsors. You know what we got to do? It is the Monday show. Someone's selling a Red Knob Twin in Dan Sullivan's town for $600. That's Canadian too, so check it out. Pick it up. I think John Sir worked on a lot of gear over the years, an insane amount.
Yeah, the John Sir is one of the ones they have listed in there that worked on it. It's John Sir, Dave Friedman, Stevie Fryette. Who's the guy that made the first 5150 amp at PV? James Brown, he's worked on it. Van Wielden's worked on it, that made those Van Wielden amps that Bon Massa used to use. And I think there's one other guy. Reinhold Bogner's worked on it.
Great to hear that, Chris. We are live every Sunday and Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Young Mr. Alex Radford will be joining on Sunday. Last question. What is love? Deja Blue says, what is love? A perfectly tuned guitar, that beautiful tube amp on the edge of breakup, and you hit that E chord and it just sounds perfect.
And Ben, have you tried, from Charles 75N, have you tried the Boss FBM1, the 59 basement pedal?
No.
And if so, what do you think?
I haven't tried any of the Boss amp pedals because they've gained enough collectability that you never find them affordable.
That's true, and that's why I haven't bought one either. I have not tried one though. I can't comment. I haven't. I've heard good things, very good things, but
and yes, may the Tone Elves live forever.
100%. My happy place.
I just remember, because it is Monday, let's shout out the patrons. Forgot to do that. You can become a patron right there for as little as something a month. I don't remember what the cheapest level is. Could be $1. It might only be $1 a month. I don't know. I say go for the $5 a month, but that's me. Want to thank, no particular. Let's go with Tom. Tom's been a patron long before he was co-host, and that's what he does. And that's how he's on. I don't know. No, that's not true. But he is a patron. We've got Randy Crooks, Brian from Oregon, JP Page 2, Fruitcake Tony, No Cover Charge, Grumpy Mike Guitar, John ZD351, Craig Tomlinson, Blackjack Guitar Nut, Todd Flowers, Ivan Carter, Jose Benito Martinez Jr., unfucking believable, Knucklehead 0, Charles 75N. We also want to shout out Brad Miller, Brian Landreth, Absolute Mayhem, Terry's Triple G, and the rest of the mod squad. Who else?
Look at Deja Blue's comment. Do you have an OnlyFans account, Ben?
No, not at this time. Fortunately, this channel's just successful enough to keep me off the OnlyFans. Just.
I'll leave you with this one. I saw the crazy story. Apparently, some OnlyFans celebrity was in her house, and like 3 dudes broke in to rob her. And they have security video footage of her like literally having a gunfight, like leaning behind the door, but they had to blur it out because her bare ass is hanging out while she's shooting at these guys. because she had just been performing for OnlyFans.
I think we can tie that into music. I think is it Aaron Carter is the younger brother of Nick Carter?
Yep.
He's on OnlyFans now. If you really are into seeing that, there you go. It's just tied in with the music industry. So there we are. And possibly a lot of future girlfriends and ex-wives of musicians on there as well.
Yeah, probably.
There we are. On that note, Keith H says, you told me 15 minutes. That comment just blew up the internet. It probably did. So there we are. Thanks everybody that tuned in. Tune it up, shake it down, and rock it sideways. That works. I like that. That's a good moniker. Yeah, no, we don't need that. No, we don't need to see that. Yeah. Good thing Sis left. So thanks again, everybody that tuned in tonight. As always, hold those doors open. Let that guy in ahead of you in traffic, because it's always a guy that they always drive up. The women, they do it. You know what? Let her in, because they do it too. Let's be honest. Fair, equal play. We've got assholes in both genders. So there we are. Doug's wife is real. We know that. We heard stories about that last night. My cousin Elena just texted me. That's nice. I'm going to reply to that once we get off here. We did that. Be good to each other. We like that. And cheers, rock on. Hey, to Ben in one. Good to see you, Chad. I know you were briefly in the chat there last night. I mentioned you to Doug, and Doug's big on that stuff. He's part of the Ashby Mafia right there, and that's what I'm saying. So there we go, folks. Cheers, rock on. Have a great night. Check out that Jason Hobbs video. That's a good thing to do tonight. And then tomorrow, Metalhead Hippie does a thing, I believe, on Tuesdays. So check that out too. See ya. Where's the end button?